Welcome to Love Byte.
Let's real story begin. Before I get started, I realize some of you will be appalled at this. There will never be an acceptable reason why a person should cheat. Morally and biblically, you are correct, and I am aware of this, but at this point I'm not sure I care. But I need to talk about this, and being a guy, even if there was a friend I could talk to, I would not want them to know the details I'm about to share with the World Wide Web. P.S. This is 100% true, and as fake as all the details would sound, I'm sorry to say that they are 100% accurate. Also, the details are so recognizable that if I shared all the details, any one of our families would be able to recognize who I am. My wife and I were high school sweethearts and got married when I was 19 and she was 17. She was my only sexual partner, and I was hers. This will be a main point of contention for the later discussion. My wife was absolutely gorgeous and was a 9 out of 10. I was probably a 6.5 to 7, but was an athlete and could make her laugh. We had our first child 2 years later at 19 and 21. The first 6 years of marriage were pretty normal, just working to put food on the table and pay the bills. I worked a full-time job and my wife was a stay-at-home mom. I did not go out to bars or drink, and most of our social outings and friends were together. At some point my wife came to me and said she wanted to get a job. To be honest, I was glad to hear this because trying to do everything myself, I'm talking about finances, I'm not for 1 second diminishing the importance of what she did for our home. Within 2 months she had begun to have an affair with a coworker. I was blown away. I could not even believe that the person I was married to was even capable of this. To be honest, all these years later I still have a hard time believing it. Really, 2 months isn't even telling the real story. This guy, who knew she was married and had a young child, made a move on her at a company party, and within 1 week they are having sex. She slipped up one day and got her story twisted. Well, that began the brutal trickling of truth. What was at first, they made out but no sex, to sex only once, to finally the truth, sex multiple times in a 2.5-week period, was slowly and painfully pulled from her. I know every gruesome detail. I understand why those of us that get cheated on want these answers, but really all it does is make it even harder to deal with. The fact is, after this was found out over the course of the next decade, there would be 2 more instances of infidelity. Nothing as hurtful or as far as the first, but hurtful nonetheless. During this we got into counseling, and I found out there had been sexual abuse during her preteen years. This of course does not excuse her behavior, nor does it lessen the hurt, but it gave me a foundation to move forward. Yes, she did all the things cheaters do. Lied, trickled the truth, still claims that if I had met her needs it would have never happened, says that she didn't want sex, but wanted the attention, so was willing to give sex because that is what she thought he required to give the attention, thought about me to get through the sex, yeah right? Funny thing is, sometimes I feel she is gaslighting me, other times she truly believes what she is saying. Yes, I have never been truly able to get past it. Certain times of year, certain songs, certain movies can take me back to that 26-year-old kid. I have some self-respect issues, although I have been somewhat successful in life. The main goal of staying together was accomplished. Our child is a well-balanced, contributing member of society and has had stable relationships and is happily married, as far as Dad knows. Here is the problem. I entered this relationship with 1 body, same as her. I'm still at 1, she is at 2 if we are talking about sex, but 4 if we are talking about any kind of sexual acts. I'm simply not okay with this anymore. Why should I not have experiences outside? Why should I wonder what it is like to be with someone else? Why should she have the peace of mind that comes with a spouse that has only been with you? Funny thing is, I love her. I feel stupid even writing that. Have I waited all this time for age to catch up to her? Is this a case of revenge best served cold? I don't think so. The thought of hurting her really bothers me. I know how painful this is and would be for her. So I am giving serious thought to hiring a world-class escort or even a porn star. Believe me, the irony is not lost on me. I have a 9 that has a body count of 2 but are willing to risk that for sex with an escort or porn star. Thing is, I'm not in a social situation where I will be meeting available people. I'm really not wanting to have an affair in the truest sense of the word. I don't want a divorce, I don't want to live with anyone else. I'm sure there will be questions, statements, and judgments, bring them on. You don't have to be an ass, this has been hard enough. Thank you for watching my video. Hope you have enjoyed it. Please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing for more content.